Oh. Mm-hmm. Well, just much better. Hello, Internet, and welcome to another one of my videos. Yesterday was a weird day. I had to go to an appointment, and I decided to take the train in an area of town that it's been a while since I've lived there. And a lot has changed. And what should have been like a 20-minute trip took me over 2.5 hours. Oh, and did I forget to mention, it was pouring down rain. So I took the train, which was supposed to connect me to a bus. I missed the bus, but knew that I only had a certain allotted amount of time to get to my appointment, so I decided to go on foot and use Google Maps, which on paper sounds like an okay idea, but instead it wasn't. I was in areas of town that I wasn't sure of. They looked familiar, but then they didn't look familiar. Finally, when I arrived to my destination and my appointment, I was soaked as if I had just taken a shower with my clothes on. Luckily, the people at my appointment didn't mind so much, but still, I was soaked to the bone. Soaked. Everything I had in my backpack, in my pockets, soaked. I thought I was gonna lose my phone because I was so wet. Soaked, soaked, soaked. After my appointment, I just ordered a cab. Only, the difference between ordering a cab in most major cities and Portland is the Uber factor. Those of you who don't know, who've ever traveled to Portland, or maybe if you live here, Portland does not have Uber, and they're fighting it. There is like some kind of a taxi cab mafia in Portland that won't allow Uber to come in, which is fine, I'm used to that. So I tried to get a cab through some new app that the cab companies here use called Curb. Now remember, I'm waiting in the lobby of my appointment. I am soaking wet and I'm like trying to order this cab. It takes about 10 minutes for it to reject me. At least 5 or 6 times in an hour. I'm getting frustrated, so finally I step outside, again soaking wet in 39-degree weather, to call the cab company, who puts me on hold for 10 minutes. Now, it's not the cab company's fault. What I found out from my ride on the way over is that Portland only allows certain cab companies so many licenses. So if you call and there are over 100 people, it could be 2 or 3 hours before you can even get a cab.
Try and get more permits, you see?
There's no tricks going on here.
Well, I mean, that's what people think. They don't, people these days have no brains, you know what I'm saying? What's your name anyway?
Marconi. Well, needless to say, I got an earful from my cab driver the entire ride home. So, City of Portland, let there be more cabs.
Let there be more radio cabs.
Let there be more radio cabs. And you know what? In a lot of cities, I take a different service, but in Portland, I use radio cab because they're the nicest guys and they know what they're doing and they get you there. It's not a commercial, it's just the truth. Now, again, I have nothing against local cab guys, cab drivers. It's just my experience with Uber has been up here, and my experience with cab companies is about right here. I've never waited in the cold, drenching wet for an Uber for 15 minutes just to pick up the phone only to be told, yeah, we'll be there when we get there. I mean, it's like I'm calling a plumber in the 1960s in New York. We'll be there whenever we feel like it, okay?
Fucking true. People have no reason or logic anymore about anything. Everything's computerized, and everything, whatever the computer says, that's the way it goes.
That's it for today's video. If you've had weird experiences using public transportation, I want to hear your stories in the comments below. And thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another glorious episode. Ta-ta for now. Oh yeah, don't forget to buy my merch. The links are in the description. I have new baloney shirts for a limited time. I think there's only a couple more days left. If you haven't ordered yours, do so now. Time is running out. Thank you for watching.